Mr. Goose to you. Mr. Goose to you. And I'm with my guys, Sugar J the Wise One and Kim the Baptist.
Yes,
we are the apostles of the youth boxing community. And we're bringing It's Boxing to you.
It's the apostles and we come to lay of hands. Half step, weave the jab, uppercut, pick up your mans. It's Pastor Gucci Cam, Sugar J the Wise Man. We bring them to the light, make these haters understand. Northside is where I stand. Nebraska, that's the land. We cancels out the jab from a southpaw stance. We beat the competition, knock it out with either hand. And we drop the link, so come and kick it with your fam. And we drop receipts, so keep your sources on hand. If you can't confirm that this facts, you spread propaganda. Make sure you hit the like when you subscribe to the channel. One love to the playback gang and the panel. It's boxing to you.
It's boxing to you. It's boxing to you. It's boxing to you. It's boxing to you. Represent the 402. Being Team Crawford, that's what we do. It's boxing to you. It's boxing to you. It's boxing to you. It's boxing to you. What it do? Send that 402. Team Crawford, B&B, yeah, that's what we do. What up? Y'all know who it is. It's the Goose to you. Mr. Goose to you. They said we weren't gonna do it. They said we weren't gonna last in this bitch. But we here. The apostles of the YouTube boxing community. We lay hands on their ass. Y'all see what it is. We got young Sugar J, the switch hitter from B&B, coming out 2023. One love. Y'all know what it is, huh? But y'all gonna see what it is. Mr. Gucci, you, Kim the Baptist, Sugar J the Wise One, we are the apostles of the YouTube boxing community.
Why is it not? Oh, there it is. There I go. There I is. Hot damn. Hey, man, what's happening? What's happening? Hey. One love, man. One love to everybody tuned in right now, man. You know what I'm saying? It is he is I am me. Cam the Baptist, man, 1/3 of the apostles in the building, man. Y'all, listen, did you miss me? Did you miss me? I know it's been a minute. I know it's been a while. Let me hold on, man. Am I good or are we breaking up, man? What we looking like right now? Let me see. What we got? Hold up. Here we go. All right. There we go. Now, am I crispy? Am I crispy? Am I choppy? What's up? I know it's been forever in 3 days, man. I know. All right. But anyhow, anyway, man, welcome to another edition of His Boxing to You. Like I said, I am the host, the co-host that be doing the most, Cam the Baptist in the building, man. And man, it has been too long, man. It's been way too long. We missed y'all. I know. But life be life, man. You know what I'm saying? Still doing a thing on this comedy, this music, working. It's a lot going on, man. But yeah, shout out to everybody tuned in, man. Make sure y'all hit the like, the subscribe, and let's get into this boxing. All right, so check play, right? Man, last time I hollered at y'all, it's been a little minute, but yeah, I've been tapped in with a few little shows here and there, popping up on a few panels, you know what I mean, all that. Shout out to everybody, you know what I mean? But anyway, tomorrow night, man, it looked like we about to have a bunch of firework fights on our hands. I don't know, maybe that's just me, you know what I mean? But I don't know, because like I say, this Fatal Fury bout out in New York sounds like that thing is about to go through the roof. I ain't gonna hold you. So we got a nice little 4-piece of matchups. Or no, it was 3 of them. I want to say 3. The 4th match, I think, was supposed to be like a featherweight undercard bout, but I haven't really heard too much on that between Lavelle Whittington and I was going to say, I believe it was Lavelle Whittington and damn, I can't think of Cuz's name. That was supposed to be a featherweight bout. At first, I heard a lot of people talking about there weren't going to be any belts that were going to be on the line for this fight card, but that is in fact incorrect. That is not true. As a matter of fact, Rolly versus Ryan is actually going to be for the vacant WBA welterweight title. It's going to be a welterweight matchup. So that's going to be for the vacant WBA. Also, Tio is going to be putting his WB. I was going to say Tio is going to be putting the WBO on the line against Arnold Barboza. Yeah, that's for the WBO Super Lightweight Championship. What else? Who else? And I think Barboza has the interim WBM, and I think he's putting that on the line. So, it's a couple belts on the line, but dog, it's still some firework fights. I ain't gonna hold you now. The fight, the main event matchup is gonna be between Ryan Garcia and Rolando Rolly Romero. Now, like I said, this happening at 147 at the welterweight division, and I ain't gonna hold you. I got Ryan by beheading. I ain't gonna lie to you. I ain't gonna hold you. I ain't even gonna lie. I mean, when we look at the matchups, right? Ryan is 24-1. Rolly is 16-2. You know what I mean? When you look at the matchup, looking at the numbers, the tail of the tape, all that good stuff, right? Ryan is Ryan's 26. He's 5'10. He's got a 70-inch reach, fights out the orthodox stance. On the flip side, Rolly is 29. Rolly's 5'8". He's got a 68-inch reach, and he fights out the orthodox stance as well. So looking at it, Rolly looks to be the shorter man, the older man with the shorter reach. And skill-wise, I ain't going to hold you. I don't see anything that he can do to beat Ryan outside of clipping. Now, Rolly do pack a punch. He do pack some pop. You know what I mean? I ain't gonna lie to you there. He can definitely crack. But skill-wise, I don't see anything that he does to set up any type of big shot to be able to actually land on Ryan like that. You know what I mean? Just all the way honest. I ain't gonna hold you. Ryan is fast. Ryan is much, much faster. Dog, that left hook is from hell. He throwing that thing with bad intentions. Is lightning quick. Rolly don't do a good job of moving his head off the center line. He doesn't really keep his guard up or his hands at home, especially when they're trading shots, going back and forth. He's gonna clip Rolly, man. It's gonna be off of the jab, you know, because Ryan has a really, really, really good jab, a really solid jab, and it's really speedy. He'll get to jabbing him off the lead hand. He'll get to lead hooking him, lead hook. He'll jab, hook. You know what I mean? 1-2 hook. Like it's check hook. It's just gonna be hook city, bro. He gonna hook this man's head off of his freaking shoulders. I ain't gonna hold you. It's and then just looking at it, right? Ryan Garcia has what? He's beaten 3 of his last 5 opponents, right? You know what I mean? He stopped 2 of them and went the distance once. So his last fight, the last time we see Ryan Garcia in the ring, because you're only as good as your last time out, right? It was his bout against Devin Haney last year, April 20th at the Barclays Center in New York. Ryan won that fight convincingly by a unanimous decision, but New York State Athletic Commission reversed that and overturned that victory to a no contest because Ryan failed a drug test. He had some Ostarine in his system. So that calls for him to be suspended from the sport for a year. Prior to that, though, what was that? He stopped Oscar Duarte December 2nd of 2023 in an 8th round knockout. Who else? Before that, though, he lost to Tank April 22nd of 2023. He got knocked out in the 7th round in the T-Mobile Arena. Let's see what else. 2022, he beat Javier Fortuna by knockout. He beat Emmanuel Tago earlier in 2022 by 6th round knockout. So, I mean, he was on he knocked 2 guys out, got knocked out, came back, beat Devin Haney convincingly, and eventually was suspended from the sport. So now he's back in the ring since the suspension, and he's going right at Rolly Romero for the vacant WBA. Who else? Damn, who calling me? Nigga, no, I'll call you later. On the flip side, though, Rolly Romero has beaten 3 of his last 5 opponents, stopping 2 of them and going the distance once. In his last fight, he won against Manuel Jaimes, and that was September 14th of 2024. He won by unanimous decision in the 10-round bout. Prior to that, though, he was stopped by Isaac Pitbull Cruz March 30th of 2024 by TKO. That was an 8th round knockout in which Pitbull took the WBA super lightweight title from Rolly, which between me and you, I don't feel like Rolly should have had it. It should have been Pitbull versus Ishmael Barroso. But hey, is what it is, right? But yeah, he was stopped. Pitbull took that belt. Going into that contest, he, like I said, had the controversial technical knockout May 13th of 2023 against Ishmael Barroso, 9th round, where he picked up the WBA World Super Lightweight Championship. And that was at the Cosmopolitan in Vegas. Before that, Rolly had been beaten by Gervonta Tank Davis, May 28th of 2022, where he was stopped in the 6th round. What else? And then prior to that, back in like 2021, he defeated Anthony Yidgett by technical knockout. So, I mean, in terms of activity, right, when I really look at both fighters for real, in terms of activity, Ryan has been fighting more than Rolly. You know what I mean? Ryan has fought, 1 year, 12 days ago, technically, while Rolly's been, his last outing was what, 7 months, 18 days ago. But Ryan's last 5 fights have been over the course of like 3 years and 20 days or some shit. Meaning he's been fighting on average every 7 months, basically. Ryan's been fighting damn near twice a year. Whereas Rolly's last 5 fights have come over the course of what? 3 years, 9 months, 15 days. Meaning he's fighting on average about 9 months, every 9 months, right? Let me see. Okay, let's be real. So I got Ryan by KO. I ain't gonna lie. I got Ryan by TK or KO. I don't see the fight actually going the distance. I really feel like he knocks him out because damn. Let me see this text back. Because, like I say, skill for skill, Ryan is much too fast. That 2-inch reach advantage, he'll be able to land the shot and be out before Rolly is reacted and able to swing back and counter. Rolly, in my opinion, I don't think his defense is really anything to write home about. He really won't be able to do too much with Ryan's speed. That reach will be too much. Ryan has better footwork, higher IQ. Overall, this fight shouldn't go the distance. If this fight goes the distance, Rolly been working, got some more pop than I thought, and boxed a little better than people thought too, huh? Highly doubt it. Who else? Oh, yes. Now, what the whole purpose of this bout or this card that I was told was the winner of this bout, because we got T.O., Dev, Ryan Garcia all on the same card. Now, I was told that if Ryan Garcia and Devin Haney are both successful in their outings tomorrow night, that would in fact set up the rematch between them that everybody wants to see. So we gonna see. But Dev is fighting Jose Carlos Ramirez. Both guys are coming in with decent records. Dev is still undefeated. He got his L taken away, moved to a no contest. So he technically got his 0 back, right? Dev Haney is 31-0 with 15 knockouts. Jose Ramirez is 29-2 with 18 knockouts. I ain't gonna hold you. This fight is a little better to me, boxing wise, I think, than Rolly and Ryan. Okay, I'm bullshitting. All right, I'm bullshitting. I really don't know who I got in this fight. Honestly, when I matched them up, right, tail of the tape, Dev is what, 26? He's 5'9", 70-inch reach advantage. Jose Ramirez is 6 years older. He's 32, 5'10", with a 72.4-inch reach advantage. So really, Jose Ramirez has almost almost 2.5-inch reach advantage on Dev. Both guys can actually box. Truthfully, I mean, on paper, this should be a 50-50 fight. Doing the eye test, if Devin Haney comes in and gets back to the Devin Haney that many people know him to be, and I mean boxing on the outside, utilizing his reach, his jab, his speed, his youth, I really feel like he can outland and outmaneuver and outskill Jose Ramirez. But Jose Ramirez always comes to fight. He's very rugged. He ain't no pushover. He ain't no punk. He's tough. You know what I mean? And one thing about it, man, he's going to come like he gonna be right there. You know what I mean? Like he don't go away. You know, he gonna be right there. And he throwing with conviction. He trying to land, he trying to crack. You know what I'm saying? So in that respect, I ain't gonna hold you. 50-50 fight on paper, but when you look at it, I mean, Devin Haney steps into this bout undefeated, 31 wins, 0 losses, no draws. The stats would suggest, though, like if you're looking at, you know, their knockout percentages, the stats would actually suggest that Ramirez has an advantage in power over Haney with a 62% knockout rate. He's got a 62% knockout percentage compared to Devin's 48%. So Ramirez can crack, but if you're not there to be hit, that power accounts for nothing. So, I mean, like, I'll put it like this. Jose got the kind of power to definitely rattle Dev's cage if he lands, because, you know, everybody talks about Dev's chin, right? But I think at 47, he'll be a little more sturdy. He's a little heavier. We might see a little more power come with it too. The one thing that I did see, Dev and Bill Haney brought in Sugar Shane Mosley for this camp. So I don't know if he's a part of DHP Promotions now as far as a full-time coach, or if they just brought him aboard for this training camp. But Sugar Shane Mosley being a all-time great welterweight, you know what I mean? That's definitely big news, man. He could definitely give Dev some pointers, give him some game, and, you know, him being a former champion and stuff like that, maybe be able to kind of speak to those parts of Devin Haney as a champion that maybe his father and Bill Haney might not be able to reach, you know, from one fighter to another. You know what I mean? So never know, right? But the stats suggest Ramirez has more power. So I'm anxious to see how Dev stands up to that. If Ramirez isn't allowed to land, it might be a long night. But Haney is younger by 6 years, being 26, Ramirez being 32. But Ramirez does have the height advantage. He has a like a slight 1 inch height, 1 inch. He's an inch taller with like about an inch and a half reach advantage. We'll say an inch and a half, almost 2 inch reach advantage. That could prove to be that really could prove to be a great equalizer. You know what I'm saying? If he clips Dev. But the skill set I like about Devin Haney, man, if he comes in focused, he comes in disciplined, he's very, very hard to beat, man. He's very hard to beat. But Jose Ramirez is definitely going to challenge Buddy, man. He going to be there. He coming. Jose ain't going to let him. Jose going to fight. He's rugged. Let's see. In Haney's last fight, though, you know, of course, the controversial April 20th massacre, man, Dev got his damn, man, you know, and I fuck with the Haney's tough, man. I love Dev. I fuck with Bill. You know, Bill, that's my guy. You know what I mean? Shout out to Bill Haney and Dev Haney. But yeah, man, that fight against Ryan, man, that left hook was landing so fast, so much. It was nasty. But yeah, you know, in his last bout out against Ryan Garcia, we know Devin Haney lost that fight by unanimous decision at the Barclays Center, but New York Athletic Commission, you know, reversed that due to the failed drug test. Prior to that, though, Dev did go out at 140 back in 2023 and put on a absolute demolishing of Regis Prograis December 9th at 140, man, for the WBC super lightweight title, man. That fight was, I didn't expect for it to go like that, bro. I ain't gonna hold you. Like, I had Regis, and there's all respect to Regis because I like Rougarou, right? But I had Regis as arguably one of the more dangerous punchers at 140. Like, he could hurt you, he could crack, he gonna, you know what I mean? Bro, the way he did Regis, that was nasty work. It was a great showing, but it was nasty work. Yeah. So and then prior to that, which shout out to Dev, because Dev's strength of schedule has been crazy, right? Going into the Regis fight, you know, at 140, he had just fought Vasil Lomachenko at 135 back in 2023 in May, you know what I mean, for a unified title matchup. You know what I'm saying? So it was like, dog, with like with Loma, bro, it was shout out Dev Haney, man. Dev became undisputed at 135. He became undisputed, defended his title to remain undisputed, and then defended his title again as undisputed to beat Vasil Lomachenko, bro. That's like, shout out to my nigga for that, man. Because before, like I say, before Vasil Lomachenko, he went across the pond to Australia and beat George Kambosos not once but twice in his own backyard, dog. Beat him twice, 2 times. Beat him in June, came back, beat him again in October, twice, same year. You know what I mean? So, bro, when you really look at that strength of schedule, you know what I mean, an undisputed bout, you know, you fight a undisputed bout, you go back and out the country in somebody else's backyard, you double back, do it again to defend, then you defend again against arguably one of the better or best contenders at 135 in Lomachenko, who many people were arguing about being on the pound for pound list, et cetera, et cetera. The fight was a controversial decision, right? But it was a close fight to me. I feel like Dev won that fight, but he beat Vasil. Then you go up, you beat Regis Prograis convincingly. You know what I mean? Like, he was on a, like, and then you go double back and you fight Ryan Garcia. Bro, that's, Dev been in some wars, man. So I commend the young brother for challenging himself, daring to be great, going out there, put it on the line. On the flip side, Jose Ramirez, rugged, bro. Jose got what? Man, dog, I'm not going to hold you. And I like Jose Ramirez, right? Jose got 31 fights and has beaten 3 of his last 5 opponents. He stopped one of them. He went the distance twice. His last fight out, he actually lost to Arnold Barboza, who's going to be on this card fighting Teofimo Lopez. So really what we're looking at is a potential rematch between Dev and Ryan and Barboza and Ramirez. But if Teo throws a monkey wrench in there, then whatever, right? I wouldn't be mad because these are all dynamic fights, bro. But like I say, he lost to Arnold Barboza by unanimous decision in their 10-rounder back in November of last year. That was on the Riyadh season card. Prior to that, he actually fought April of last year, and he beat Rancis Bartolome by unanimous decision. Then he fought, prior to that, he actually knocked out Richard Comey back in 2023. And that 11, bro, and that fight was good. That was a good fucking fight. Man, Richard Comey and oh my God, that was and Jose Ramirez, that was a hell of a fight, man. Jose knocked him out in the 11th. I remember we reported on that too. And then prior to that, he actually had beaten Jose Pedraza March 4th of 2022. And then prior to that, back in 2021, he took the loss to Josh Taylor by unanimous decision, and that was for their undisputed title. So it was like, bro, for that undisputed matchup. So I mean, after losing that undisputed matchup, he went on a little tear, man. Beat up Jose Pedraza, and Jose Pedraza is a hell of a fighter, man. He's a good solid fighter. Beat Jose Pedraza unanimous decision 12-rounder. goes in, knocks out Richard Comey, puts on a hell of a bout, then goes in, beats Francis Bartolome. Then he lost to Arnold Barboza. You know what I'm saying? And after losing to Barboza, you're doubling back now, about to fight Devin Haney, looking for redemption and get back in there with Barboza. So I look for fireworks, bro. Like, I look for this fight to be, man, this fight is going to be huge. All right, so in terms of activity, right? I ain't gonna lie. Devin Haney has been fighting a tad bit more than Jose Carlos Ramirez, but just a little bit, because they basically got the same amount of fights, right? But Dev's last fight, what was a year ago? A year and some days ago? While Carlos was just out there 5 months ago. However, Dev's last 5 fights have been over a period of like 2 years, 10 months, and 27 days, which on average means he's fighting like every 6 to 7 months, every 7 months, we'll say. You know what I mean? He's got a total of like 60 rounds. So that means all of his fights damn near are going the distance. You know what I mean? Like, so he's getting good rounds, good experience, you know, netting good. That's building his boxing IQ, building his understanding, building your and then when you're under the big lights, man, you know what I'm saying? That's building a number of different things to where when you get into these big fights and these higher caliber fights, you don't get shook by the big moment because you've been there before. You've been under the big lights. You know what it's about, right? You know what I mean? So when you see Dev, man, it's going to be a fight. Now, what I say is this. A focused Devin Haney is very, very tough to beat. He's hard to beat, right? But dog, Jose Ramirez ain't no pushover, bro. Like, if I had to pick a prediction, I'm going Haney by decision. Just because they brought in Sugar Shane Mosley. I know Shane, the first thing he gonna do is talk to Devin about his chin. We're gonna have Dev doing some neck ups and some squats, working on that chin, that equilibrium, working on that balance, making sure we can, you know, you can take the punch, you can eat the punches, right? For sure, that when I think about it, you know what I'm saying? Like, but I see Dev winning by decision, whether it's unanimous or I can see a split, possibly too. I can see a split. I can't see a split because, dog, Jose Ramirez comes to fight. He comes to fight. He don't back down. He don't run. Every night out, he comes in ready to go. You know what I mean? And he gonna give you what you're looking for. So I got to be honest, 50-50 fight on paper, in many's opinion, I got to go Dev by decision. I'm going Dev by decision. We brought in Sugar Shane. All right. I don't know, though, man. I hate to be wrong, but I'm going to go Dev. I'm picking all the faves right now, the way it's looking. Now this next joint, So to kick the night off, we got Teofimo Lopez versus Arnold Barboza Jr., dog. And I ain't gonna lie, that's gonna be a good ass fight. Teofimo Lopez comes in with he's 21-1 with 14 knockouts. His sole loss coming at the hands of never mind. But anyway, he's 21-1. Arnold Barboza is 32-0 with 11 KOs. And also, this is going to be for the WBO junior welterweight title. So 140 is the limit. Tail of the tape, though. looks kind of, T.O. is about 6 years younger. T.O. was 27, 5'8", 68 and a half inch reach advantage, fighting out of the orthodox stance. Whereas Arnold Barboza is the older man. He's 33. He's 5'9", so he's 1 inch taller, but has about a 3.5 inch reach advantage with a 72-inch reach on T.O. So that could be very, very that could prove to be to work in his favor, for real, for real. The one thing I say about Arnold Barboza, Barboza is undefeated. He comes to fight, bro, and he can fight. Arnold Barboza can box. He can box. He can fight. Now, the thing about Teofimo Lopez, I'll say the same with Teo that I say with Devin. A focused Teofimo Lopez is hard to beat. When Teo is focused, Teo is probably one of the best fighters in the world, in the game. The boy is nice. He can crack. He can actually box. He has decent footwork. The man turned with Lomachenko when he fought Lomachenko. You know what I'm saying? When Loma was dancing around niggas and they was calling him the Matrix. Every time Loma turned, Teo turned, dog. That's good fucking footwork, bro. Like, Teo is not to be slept on when it comes to his boxing ability. The problem that I have with Teofimo Lopez, outside of the personal shit outside the ring, is Teo's mindset. You know what I mean? What version of Teofimo Lopez are we going to get tomorrow night? Is he going to be focused and ready to go and ready to rock out and do his shit? You know what I mean? Or is he not taking this guy serious, feeling like he's going to beat him? He's, I'm just the takeover. I'm the best in the game. You know what I mean? Like, he's been humble before. He had to eat that humble pie before. So, like, I'm just anxious to see, because the one thing that I always complained about Teofimo Lopez was that as great and dynamic of a fighter that he is, he fights to the level of his competition. And that, to me, can be a fucking issue, because if you're in there with a guy who's not supposed to be in there with you, right, there's no reason he should be sticking around. Get him the fuck out. Send him on. You know what I mean? Now, when you're in there with a guy who's legendary, he's a great opponent, he's a great athlete, he's a great fighter, and you fight up to that level, that's great. That's dope. That's what we want to see. That lets us know you have a high ceiling, you have high potential. We know you have the potential to be great and do great things in this sport. But when you got a guy that we know on paper and doing the eye test is not on the same level as you are, don't dumb yourself down to his level. Don't turn yourself down. Don't dim your shine to make no, get him the fuck out of there and let us see he not supposed to be in there with you. Get this man a quality opponent, some quality competition, and let this man compete against the best. So he can get, you know what I mean? Like, get the people what they came to see. You know what I mean? That's my argument when it comes to Teofimo Lopez. But anyway, Lopez will be making his third defense of the Ring Junior Welterweight Championship that he won against Josh Taylor in 2023. I forgot all about that. When he beat Josh Taylor, he won the Ring and the WBO. So he'll be making his third defense of the Ring Junior Welterweight Championship, as well as the WBO World Junior Welterweight Championship. He won both of those belts against Josh Taylor, June of 2023, and has been sitting on that belt ever since. Arnold Barboza, on the other hand, will be defending his WBO interim World Junior Welterweight Championship for the first time. He won that belt against Jack Catterall earlier this year in February, dog. Come on, man. Listen, it's Arnold Barboza just fought Jack Catterall in February, dog. It is May, and he back in the motherfucking meat ring, man. Come on, bro. That should tell you something. This dude is serious. He for real. Like, he comes to fight. Ain't no play. You know what I mean? Like, for real, for real. And he's only had this interim belt for about 2 months. You know what I mean? And what's crazy about it is because, like I say, the stats, if we look at, just looking at both guys' records, T.O. is 21-1 with 13 knockouts. Barboza is 32-0. He's undefeated, no ties, nothing, but he only has 11 knockouts. So if we're going by the stats, T.O. has a large power advantage over Barboza. Like, T.O. has a 62% knockout percentage, whereas Barboza has a 34% knockout percentage. So a lot of people are expecting T.O. to potentially win this fight by knockout, but Arnold Barboza can box. So it's like offsetting. Like, if that power can't land on nothing, it don't do nothing. But the thing is, T.O. can box. So, like, this looks to be a 50-50 matchup in a lot of ways, man. T.O. is younger, like by 6 years at 27, but Barboza has the height advantage and the reach advantage. He's an inch taller with a 3-inch reach. Like, and they're both fighting out of the orthodox stance. When I think about it, though, my skill for skill, T.O. has better feet than Barboza. To me, my opinion, T.O. has the better feet. But T.O. can get clipped. T.O. does get hit. A lot of times T.O. gets clipped pulling out of exchanges. Pulling straight back, pulling out with his head in the air, dropping his guard, you know what I mean? Not keeping his hands at home, stuff like that. So things like that will get you clipped, especially against a good boxer. Now, and honestly, from an experience standpoint, T.O. is actually the less experienced fighter. He's got 10 fewer fights than Barboza. You know what I mean? He came in the game 3 years after Barboza. T.O. started boxing in what? He made his professional debut in what? 2016? Barboza started in 2013. You know what I mean? So he's got way less rounds with way less experience. So Barboza's experience could definitely prove to be something that could help him in the long run because, having that many more fights, that much more experience, you've seen a lot more styles, have been in a lot more different scenarios and situations, you know what I mean, on this professional level. So I'm anxious to see how this thing plays out because, like I say, T.O. was doing his thing, you know what I mean? He won 5 of his most recent fights, went the distance 4 times, stopped one of them. What was it? He beat Steve Claggett June 29th of last year by decision, to capture or to keep his WBO title. He beat Jermaine Ortiz by decision February 8th of last year. What else? And then prior to that, he beat Josh Taylor to actually win those titles. And then prior to that, he beat Sandor Martin and Pedro Campa. Martin by decision, split decision, and Pedro Campo by TKO. So, I mean, when I look at this fight, bro, it's going to be a hell of a fight, man, because Arnold Barboza is undefeated, right? He stopped one of his last 5 opponents, but his last fight out, he beat up Jack Catterall and won. But you know what I mean? I ain't gonna say he beat him up. It was a close fight. It was a very close fight. I would have scored it 7-5 for Barboza, but and it looks like that's the way they had it. It was a split decision for the WBO interim. Okay, that was last year. That was earlier this year, February. I'm sorry. The day after Valentine's Day, February 15th. God, that is crazy, bro. That is crazy. That's not even Bro, that's really not even 90 days, dog. That's not even 90 days, man. Shout out Arnold Barboza, bro. That's wild. But he fought Catterall February 15th. Prior to that, he beat Jose Carlos Ramirez November 16th of 2024 by unanimous decision in their 10-rounder on the Riyadh season card. We remember that. He beat Sean McComb 420 of last year. That was at the Barclays Center. That was on the Dev Ryan undercard. Bro, this guy's been hella active. Before that, he beat Solani Indogini, and that was January of last year by TKO. And then before that, he beat Jose Pedraza by unanimous decision in February of 2023. So Arnold Barboza has been hella active, bro. Arnold Barboza Jr. has been crazy active in terms of recent activity, fighting more than T.O. Okay, hands down. T.O.'s fought what? T.O.'s last fight was 10 months, 3 days ago. Barboza's was just 2 months and 17 days ago, dog. Damn. It wasn't even 90 days, dog. 77 days, right? 2 months, 17 days. That's crazy. Lopez's 5 fights, his last 5 fights, have come over a period of 2 years, 8 months, 19 days, which means T.O.'s been fighting every 6 months, 17 days, every 6 months, 3 weeks, something like that, somewhere in there, right? Whereas Barboza's last 5 fights are coming over a period of 2 years and 2 months and 29 days, which means he's been fighting every 5 months and 2 weeks, 5 months, 12 days, right? But just this last run he had, these last 5 fights, they've been so like, I think the only fighter whose activity level that I would say is more impressive than Arnold Barboza's right now has got to be Abdullah Mason. Got to be Abdullah. Abdullah done fought like 4-5 times already, nigga. We ain't make. But yeah, listen, if I gotta go with a decision, I gotta go T.O. I'm gonna go T.O. by unanimous decision. If T.O. comes in focused and really, really, really dialed in, and he is serious about wanting to get back into the mix, as having his name in the bright lights and being named in the upper echelons with the fighters and things, the all-time greats, and wanting to chase history and make a bag and stuff like that, he got to come out here and put on a show. He knows he got to come out here and put on a show. You know what I mean? And I feel like, since he's been single, right? He focused again. He can focus on the joints. So I feel like a focused Teofimo Lopez is hard to beat. He's tough to beat, bro. So with that being said, I ain't gonna hold you. I got to go by unanimous decision. Now, I could be wrong. Because Arnold Barboza is a hell of a fighter, bro. Jose Ramirez, hell of a fighter, bro. Like, these are not pushover fights. Like, these are not like these ain't tomato cans, dog. These could genuinely, legitly be world title holders and contenders. So, with that, you don't take nobody lightly. You take everything seriously. Your life is on the line. I look for fucking fireworks tomorrow night, man. So, let me see how much time I got. Got a little under an hour. I don't think I'm going to open a panel today. I'm about to get ready to slide out. So I got some things we need to handle. on the backside, but I would like to know y'all thoughts on these predictions for tomorrow's night's fights. Make sure y'all leave y'all predictions down in the comments. Let me know who y'all got tomorrow night, man. We got 3 bangers on our hands, man. We got 3 firework fights. So y'all let me know what's in the comments, man. About to get about this thing. Appreciate y'all pulling up, tapping in, you know. Shout out Pastor Gooch in his absence. Shout out Big J. Boom, boom. You know what I mean? You know, I ain't even let nobody know I was going live. I just went live and jumped back in here because I know it's been a while. You know what I'm saying? I had some time today. I want to come holler at y'all, let y'all know we are still in the streets with this boxing, bro. We are still keeping our ears to the streets. We still paying attention. Even when I ain't listening, I'm watching. You hear me? Like, so just know I still stay tapped in, man. But we've been living life, doing other things and making other things happen, building this social media platform, social media content. We got music on the way. We got skits and sketches on the way. We're doing shows out of state. Y'all know how we work, man. Y'all know how this goes. So I appreciate every last one of y'all who've been tuning in with us, who've been tapping in with us. We love y'all. We thank y'all. Y'all be smooth and finna get up out this thing, man. Cam the Baptist. I'm out. Peace.